to go to school. And so he won the award. Our Student Senate has done an extremely good job at their last conference. They are the region secretary for our area and doing a wonderful job there. If you haven't heard, for the first time in our history for 6 years here at Summer Creek, our JROTC program was evaluated last week on Tuesday by Cadet Command and earned a 90 out of 100 last week and became a honor unit. And so we're very excited about their performance as well. They did a wonderful job in presenting and representing Summer Creek and getting an opportunity to show others what we have to offer and the wonderful students that we have here at Summer Creek. Unfortunately, we've had several events. Let me dismiss some of the information that you may be hearing. First of all, we've never had a week in the 18 weeks that I've been here at Summer Creek where we've had 9 fights in 1 week.
Here, here.
That is not the case. That's not even close. That's not even close to a number. In fact, we've never had a week where we've had more than 2. We have had 1 week where we had 2. I can tell you in looking at the data, and we study it all the time, and I'm going to be having a meeting right after the holidays to give all this data. We sort of cycle like the lunar calendar. You know, when it's a full moon, you know, I meet with my administrative team and my staff, and I let them know, look, it's going to be a full moon next week. Let's be ready. Let's be ready. And I can tell you that we are. We're highly visible. We talk to our staff every Thursday. We're very visible all over the campus, in the hallways, in our areas right here, just to make sure that we have boots on the ground. The day of the events, I can tell you, we were there as well. I had an administrator right around the corner with the video that you saw on Channel 13 the other night. I had an administrator right there. They had already started to break up the fight when you see that video clip on the news. We had an administrator there. I have all 8 administrators at all 3 lunches. You know what the news, and I'd like to draw attention to this, is what the news didn't say about that video is that on any given time when we have lunch, we have 700 plus students in that cafeteria. And when you saw that event happen, you didn't see any other students becoming part of that, of what was taking place. Where normally you start to see those types of things. That's the kind of work that we've been doing with our students, is to make sure I'm not going to stand here in front of you after 28 years, 13 years of being a high school principal at large schools, that we are going to be able to solve fighting that it never happens on the campus. That's just not going to happen. I'll tell you what, if I do and find a way to do that, I won't be standing here in front of you. I'm going to write a book and I'm going to retire. And I'm just going to wait for the dividends to start rolling in so I can live extremely well. But we have to work together, and that's one of the things I wanted to address with you today is, for example, as we're studying the altercations that we have here on campus, one of the very things that come out is, man, I hate social media. I don't know about you, but if you have kids, please monitor your kids. Both of the fights that we had, the 2 that they're talking about, started in social media. They were getting on there, started very friendly, very harmless. Then, like everything else, somebody takes offense, and all of a sudden it becomes a bigger issue than what it was to start with. And no one alerts us here at school. Now, we try and monitor those things. We have Facebook accounts, Twitter accounts, and we monitor those things to try and make sure that we're aware. But if you monitor as well, and you as a parent monitor those things, please let us know, because we will intervene. It's like anything else. When we hear a complaint or we hear someone call us and say, you might want to look into this, we do not pass judgment on whether, it's nothing, or we don't have to worry about that, that's, we don't pass judgment on it. We go out and investigate it. We start the process, we bring in the people we need to talk to, and based on the evidence that we can find, we determine at that point whether we need to proceed, what process we need to start, who do we need to hold accountable, who do we have to talk to, so that we don't have these types of events. And that's really, I need you to help me with that. Because here's what we hear consistently when we bring in two people who have already gotten into a fight and we're dealing with them in our office. Why didn't you come to us? Well, I didn't want to be a snitch. Have you heard that term? I didn't want to be a snitch. We're not asking you to be a snitch. What we're asking you to do is help us keep a safe environment. Because you never know if that person is not bothering you or saying things about you. It might be your sibling. It might be your best friend. It might be your neighbor across the street. And you don't want them involved in anything either. So let's work with us to keep a safe, healthy environment in the school by just letting us know so that we can determine how we need to take care of it. And I need your assistance with that. Because I can tell you that what you saw on Channel 13 is not indicative of Summer Creek High School.
No, it's not.
I am new to Summer Creek, and that is not Summer Creek. In the short period of time I've been here, that is not Summer Creek High School. That is not the majority or even 2% of our population here. It is not. But that's what they show on there, and that's what we deal with to try and take care of this, and we do. Swiftly, firmly, and quickly. We will not tolerate that type of behavior. And so we deal with it very quickly. And so I need your help in doing that. I can tell you right now, our student body, I was so proud of them when we came back after that newscast. All day long, all I heard from my student body is, Mr. Correa, why did they say those things about us? That's not who we are. We've never had 9 fights in a week. That is not who we are. Why did they portray us that way? That is not right. That is not right. Now, do we have fights? Yes. Do we have more than I would like? Absolutely. Do we have work to do? Yes. And we will continue to do that work, but I need you to do it with me, and if you hear anything, know anything, please let us know. Now, we're going to pull all the numbers together. We're going to get all the studies we need to, and right after the new year, we'll have a parent meeting, community town hall meeting here at Summer Creek, and we'll go over those and start talking about some of those things. But the biggest thing that'll help us right now is getting that word out that we need to work together. You hear it, let us know. We want to know, we want to get on it right away. So again, thank you very much for being here. It's good to see you again. I look forward to working with you. Thank you.
Obviously, we've got strong leadership here. And we really appreciate you, and we'll be hearing a little bit more from Mr. Craig. Let me ask you real quickly, how many of you, this is your first time that you've been able to be here? Okay, raise your hand. Now, here's the hard part. How many times have you been here before? I mean, this is either or. Okay, y'all passed, so that's good. So one of the things that we just want to say, and I noticed a gentleman standing, in fact, I heard him first. Yeah. Trey, would you mind raising your hand right here? Okay. This is Trey Kramer. Now, for those of you that don't know this, without Trey Kramer, we would not be here. Trey was the principal that opened this school to begin with. I was blessed to be able to help with him, help get this started. And we've got some advisory board people. Raise your hands, please. All these people behind the scenes. This has all started with a desire for the community and the business leaders and the school district leaders to come together. So we are so blessed. And now, if you don't know this, we actually have, it wasn't called BizCom at the time. It was called Summer Creek, blah, blah, blah. I couldn't even pronounce it. So somebody smarter than me got it figured out and called it BizCom. So Trey, we appreciate you very much.
I appreciate it. Guys, we are committed at the district level to work hand in hand with Ms. Correa and our administrative team here. We have great kids in this building.
Yes, we do.
And I will no longer stand back and watch social media try to tear this building down. We need your help. We're committed to this. I'm on this campus. I still, even though my role as assistant superintendent, I believe I'm a bulldog at heart, And my heart aches when I see stuff that took place the other day, but I know, beyond a shadow of a doubt, great things are happening here. We just have to figure out ways to make sure that great things happen, that they get the same attention that the negative things have. And Milton, I see you down there, we're committed. I want you guys to know this. We will stay the course, and this will be a school within our system that our parents and our community and our business folks will be proud of. You just got to stand in the gap with us while we're going through some transition. So thank y'all so much for being here, and know that I am fully in support of Nolan and the work he's doing here, and we will get this right. Period.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Trey. Give him a round. You know, for any of you that have read Proverbs, there's a proverb that says, reckless words pierce like a sword, but the tongue of the wise brings healing. And it also says, when words are many, sin is not absent. Well, social media, you know, there's a lot of words that go on there sometimes. And I've come to the conclusion, not all of them are good. So one of the, that's because I'm pretty sharp, you know, but, okay. So let's move on. So let me explain a couple things. Last time that we had our meeting, we had over about 150 people in this room. And so we've spread it out more, and today we actually have Humble ISD had their Education Foundation golf tournament that got rescheduled for today. So I really appreciate you all coming in, and it's full house today even in spite of that. Now next time Mr. Gray is going to allow us to put the food outside, so we've got room for probably another 50 more people next time, but I just wanted to explain that. So let me explain several things that you've got. You've got your agenda here. We'll be going according to this. And one of the things that I wanted to mention, and Mr. Gray is going to talk about this in a few minutes, approximately 12 o'clock, we'll be through with the agenda per se, but we're going to go right into people can stand up and say what they want to say about what they do, taking 30 seconds. Mr. Correa, and he's going to come up and talk about this again, is he would really like you to stay. Okay, for you business people especially, listen carefully. He'd like to stay so he knows who you are, so he can send business your way. Okay, is that incentive?
Yes.
Okay, that's a fair statement, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
That's exactly right.
Okay, so one of the things that I'm passing out too, you should have in front of you a little envelope that looks like this. We're going to continue this celebration next Tuesday at my office. We're having an open house. Now inside of that, there's an invitation, but also something that's a gift for all of you. This just tears off. And it's a calendar right here for this year, and on the back is next year. I found these to be very helpful. That's my gift to you all. We appreciate you all very much. Okay, so one of the things that we originally got started with when we started this back in 2009, in Texas, have you noticed that if you offer something to eat, people tend to come? Okay. First person who did that, Chick-fil-A over here, Dwayne Johnson and his lovely bride. We appreciate you so much. Now, you can't hold it against Tony because Tony wasn't here when we got started. But Tony at HEB, he came over and got started in helping us with food as well as soon as he got here. Tony, come on up, please. And so one of the things when he came in, for people that have lived in the Summerwood area or Fall Creek area for any length of time, you know, we didn't have a grocery store for 100 years down here. And when he came, you would have thought the Rolling Stones were here. He was a rock star. But I've asked Tony, he's providing lunch today, so you can thank him for that. And also, yeah, please.
Thank you very much. The first thing I'd like to say is start with a thank you on behalf of HEB and the store that we have in Summerwood, because I can tell you 2 days ago I had a visit from Scott. You may have seen on TV playing with JJ quite a bit in the commercials. He visited the store 2 days ago and he said some words that I thought I'd share today. He said this store is a poster child for HEB and the way we'd like to see them grow. Summerwood HEB has been a double-digit growth store from year 2, and we're finishing this year at a 20% growth over the previous year. And so the store continues to grow, double-digit growth every year that we've been open, and that's because of you, the community that supports us. So we try extremely hard every day. As someone said earlier, you can't please everyone every day, although we make the effort to. It's something that we continue to work on and always will. The store is growing at a fast rate. Today the store is very close to the capacity that it was built for. And so, and I hear we've got 5,000 to 6,000 houses coming in the next year, year and a half. And so we're already today planning on how we accommodate, whether the store expands, another store. Been riding with real estate quite a bit over the last 6 months, trying to look at possibilities of another store close by to take some of the volume off of our store. What you might not know, and it's important I think for business leaders to understand, is this store pulls from a very far radius. The average driver is driving about 14 miles to our store. And so when you think about the volume, it's not all coming just from the Summerwood area. We pull all the way down to I-10. We also pull all the way to Crosby. And we're pulling back across 59 down Beltway 8. And so it's quite amazing how far of a pull they have in the store. We do what we call spottings to determine where our customers are coming from. Today we can do those electronically. We used to do them manually years ago. And so we're able to see where the customers are coming from. So the area is going to continue to grow. It's going to be quite the challenge for us to keep up. Today we employ 300 people. If you didn't know that, we will employ 400 by this time next year, possibly more. So that's a challenge in itself to keep our store staffed. Don and I were talking previously, and he said, hey, I'll give you a few minutes to talk about it. We did a job fair before the holidays, trying to get prepared for the holiday business. Obviously a huge lift every year around the holidays. And we were trying to staff 100 people. We did a career day and a job fair, and we had 155 people walk into the store, which is a great turnout. Out of the 155 people that walked into the store, through 2 days of interviewing, we identified 55 candidates. Out of the 55 candidates, we had approximately 15 of them not pass the background check. And then upon hiring the rest, we had 5 to 6 in the first week change their availability, who would no longer work when the business needs were. And so I share this because as the community grows, it becomes extremely difficult to staff your business. And I think we really have to challenge ourselves and stay proactively in front of that. And so we're continuing to staff. We're always trying to overstaff. That's our goal, is to prepare and make sure we're in front of it. And one of the things that I've learned in my 23 years with the company, and actually 33 in the business, is that generations change, obviously, and that's a challenge for some of us. I'm called old school leadership. I'm okay with that. But the fact is what I've learned around a lot of our young adults is that they really want the same thing. We just got to figure out how to teach them and guide them. Because what you don't see is maybe the focus or the discipline or the direction that came in the upbringing. But the fact is they're still interested in it. And what I've learned in my leadership style is that I'm going to have to commit more time to developing people. And so the more conversations, the more explaining the whys is extremely important. Explaining why we're asking them to do the things that we're asking them to do. And believe it or not, we actually are very, very firm and have discipline in place as well. And our young adults don't have a problem with that for the most part. Yes, we have some turnover, just like we have some fights. I mean, that's just part of the business. But what I'm seeing more and more and more is, with a little bit of coaching and counseling, a little bit more time spent with the individuals, the growth opportunity is there. And with this area growing like it's growing, folks, we're all going to have to step back and take some time if you want your business to be successful. Because employing 300 people is challenging. To employ 400 next year is going to be more challenging. And so I thought I would just share that today. Again, really appreciate what you're doing. I'd also like to mention that in the back of the room, all of the products that you are experiencing for lunch today are out of my deli department. All our salads and sandwiches are made fresh every day starting at 3 a.m. every morning. And so if you're swinging by for work or what have you, want to grab some, these products are ready. The exact same products that you ate today. These products are ready in the deli starting at 6 a.m. in the morning. And we also do catering. And so it's important to realize with the holiday that your time is hard to come by, right? We're all busy. If you need some catering, party trays, cakes, desserts, you name it, if you need them delivered in the immediate area within 10, 15 miles max, we'd be glad to do that as well. So there's some brochures on the back table, some business cards back there. And if there's anything we can do for you, we just really appreciate the opportunity to be here, number one, to be in this community, and we thank you.
Thank you, Tony. I was sitting there thinking, us Summerwood, Fall Creek folks, we're starting to eat a lot of stuff. So Weight Watchers, weight control, those kind of businesses might do very well here. But one of the things that I just wanted to say also is over at Wood Creek Middle School, they have a career day. And that's going to be on the 18th. Some of you did that last year. And so they still need a few speakers. If you would like to do that, let me know. Either see me afterwards or call me or give me an email. And that's going to be on the morning of the 18th, and that's a very good thing. And then one of the things that I did, and I didn't intend to, but I didn't have my glasses on. So today we've got two sponsors that are here with us. The first one, and Vivian, you mind coming up real quick? I think they're going to have Vivian speak every time because they finally figured out she's better looking than all those other guys. But one of the things that we've got two sponsors here that are just absolutely wonderful. Memorial Hermann is such a great partner. I mean, they're involved with everything. You see them out here, they're at the football games, and really are just a central part of our community. We appreciate you so much. Come on up, Ben. Give them a round.
So actively involved in the community is the support that you all have provided to us. As you know, we have our community care center located just in front of Summer Creek High School, and we're really excited to announce that we have that facility's been open 2 years, almost. In those 2 years, we started out with one primary care provider. We have just added our 6th primary care provider because of the business and support that you guys have provided to that facility, and we're working on number 7. Don mentioned one of the things that we also do is provide support to the sports teams and football games. I'd like to ask 2 people to stand up and wave. We've added 2 new orthopedic surgeons to our team this year. You may have met Dr. George Azude at our last disc. We also have Dr. Michael Cusick. These guys stand on our football field sidelines Thursday, Friday, Saturday night games, varsity games. They're doing our training room rounds for your high school students here at Summer Creek. They're here every Wednesday. During football season, they open up their clinics for Saturday morning injury clinics. So a big thank you for supporting these guys, and to them for supporting Summer Creek and our students here in the area.
Thank you.
Okay, one of our other great sponsors that we have is our YMCA. And let me kind of give you a little, come on up, Alicia. No, I want you to do your exercises right here. Okay. So she can push that too, she can do that. So one of the things that a lot of you may or may not know is that eventually, and we were planning on doing this back, I know it's right in your eyes. And so we'll have to talk to Sam about that too. But one of the things that we had done back in 2007, I believe it was, if you look at Wood Creek Middle School, that originally was going to have a YMCA as a part of it, but that's when the economy went. And so at some point, that's going to still on the books. But one of the things that they've done a great job, they're a wonderful partner for us down here. Alicia, give her a round of applause, please.
Thank you. As Don mentioned, we actually own property adjacent to Wood Creek Middle School, and so someday there will be a YMCA on that property, and it's just a matter of time and growing our programs in this area. We do currently offer programs in this Summerwood, Summer Creek, Fall Creek area at that site specifically, and mainly youth sports, but we also offer after-school programs in all of the Humble ISD elementary schools. And so we're serving kids in this area and have been for years. So we're hoping to continue to grow so that we can have a YMCA someday. Real quick, one thing I want to talk about is I think many people know that the YMCA is a nonprofit organization, but I think there are also some people that don't know that and understand that. The YMCA at Lake Houston, which serves this area and all the way up to East Montgomery County up in Splendora, raises over $300,000 every year that comes back to the kids and the people in our community. And one of the events we have coming up is Bridge Fest, February 7th. And so money from Bridge Fest that we raise from registrations for our 5K run, it will go directly back to the kids and the people in this community, as well as Kingwood community and the EMC, East Montgomery County up in Splendora community. We still have sponsorships available. If your company would like to sponsor the Bridge Fest, you can grab my business card at the end of the day today, and I can give you more information on that. But also, if you have volunteers that would like to participate, if your company would like to come out and volunteer the day of the race, we would appreciate that as well. So that's all I have for you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. One of the things that I wanted to mention too, because we talked about Drake Bramer But one person that is so vital to the success of this organization, who's not here, I think he's out playing golf, I know it's hard, you know. But Dr. Sconzo from day one has been so supportive. Literally, I don't know of any other school districts that would be like this. We're so blessed. So. Okay, so the next thing that we wanted to talk about before we move on, we do have a couple, and if you can just give me just a second, Sergeant. We have, and is Mr. Correa, where are you right now?
I'm right here.
Okay. I wanted to just mention to you, we've got a lady and actually two people here from the project graduation, and I wanted to introduce them. Is there anything you wanted to say about that before I introduce them?
No, I'll clean up after they
Okay. But I think it goes without saying it's a vital program.
Oh, you want me to, yes. In terms of the presentation, when they do this, please lend your full attention to them. Obviously, as you know, project graduation is an opportunity for us to offer programs to make sure that once our graduates have gone through and celebrated the act of graduating and receiving their diploma and celebrating with their families, as you know, they tend to go off and have a good time. We want to make sure that they have a good, safe time. So we offer what is called project graduation. We keep them together. We offer programs for them. We have a lot of fun with them, safe fun, prizes, things like that, to bring them here rather than go off and do something that may not be safe for them. So please listen to their presentation, support us as much as you possibly can to offer some safe alternatives for our graduates on that day that they graduate. Thank you.
Thank you. It's great having him here. I really like that. You know, I'll ask you other stuff too. Okay, so one of the things, Tammy, where are you? Okay. And then this is just going to be a minute this time now. And y'all can just stay right there because we don't have a lot of time in the. Okay, it's just a minute. Just a minute. Okay, so, okay. All right. So next time you're going to be able to make more, but we just found out. So can you just mention real quick a few things?
My name is Mitchell McNaughton. I'm also a counselor here at Summer Creek High School. I'm also a parent of a senior here. Project graduation is a chaperone night for our senior students after they have graduation, with a safe place where they can come and celebrate their last night at the creek. Our goal this year is to raise $50,000, which pays for prizes and food and all kinds of safe things here for the school. We have some sponsor letters here for you guys to share. We need your support. There's different levels that you can participate in. This is also a non-profit, tax-free organization that we have, so it's tax exempt. So we're going to just put these on your tables, and if you would like to donate, there's a place, and there's also PayPal you can donate for our cause.
Okay. We appreciate you all very much. And one of the things I know that Mr. Peterson over there worked on that last year. And one of the things we're going to, one of the things that we have to be careful with this organization, we don't want this to be something where every time you come, you feel like there's somebody wanting money from you. But we do want to support as much as we can programs like this. So one of the things is, Barbara, where are you? Barbara Probant and Gerard, we appreciate it. She does the notes for us every time and does such a great job. If you can include something on that, contact information this time, and then they'll come back in February and give us an update on how they're doing. So along that same line of safety, we've got two people here, and Sheriff Garcia has been so good to us out in this area. We've had some other programs that we've done with the Sheriff's Department. We have two gentlemen here that I'm going to ask you to give them a huge round of applause because we appreciate you so much. Come on up, gentlemen. Sergeant Chris and Sergeant Philip.
Well, good morning, everyone. I want to say thank you all, Mr. Gaddy, for the invitation to be here this morning. We're very excited about a new program for the Sheriff's Office. Mr. Correa, were you ready? You mentioned social media. I'm not sure, is Summer Creek a part of iWatch already?
No.
All right, well, that's something you need to look into. There are several ISDs already on iWatch Harris County. The sheriff has a mobile application talking about social media, and it creates a way to not be a snitch, to help the community. And it does it through your cell phone application. All the children have cell phones. I can see something, say something, take a picture, send a text message. It all will go through. All right. It'll all go through our app. You can go to your ISD police. We won't even have to build it ourselves, but more information on that at another time if you need it, but that's a great tool for you. Sounds
Yes,
good.
sir.
All right, I think your name is Sam? Sam gave me orders already. The police officer wasn't really good, but I took his orders, still this side of the flag, and I'll read my PowerPoint.
Sam's that way.
He's that way, I'm accepting that. But in short, on your tables, you have a packet. And in that packet, we left a business card and several documents. I'll be brief about the program, but what this program does, it's a new, inventive way, I would say. Anyone ever heard of video verification before? Maybe a few people. Well, if you have an ADT system in your home, and you have those cameras, they can basically look into your home through that surveillance camera system and tell you if someone's at your residence. So that's the same type of technology we're going to use for the sheriff's office now. It's a great way to do it. Some people have the mindset that it's going to be this big brother thing, you want to see what's going on. But this is only going to be for your business in the area. Does anyone have a business? Any business owners? Anyone want a safe business? So this is all about safety at your business. It's only going to be to business at this time, and it's going to be free of charge. So we don't want any money from anyone, all right? Sheriff is using the resources from the sheriff's office, seized funds, and other means, but we're not going to charge the citizens of Perry County anything for this program at all. So we're using resources you've already paying for. If you have surveillance systems on your property, excuse me, I'm talking kind of fast sometimes. So if you have surveillance cameras on your property already at this time, you're not going to have to spend any more additional money. It's going to use whatever you have in place already. So does anyone have IP-based or URL-based cameras? Can you see your cameras on your cell phone, on a tablet, or computer? If you're accessing them that way, we're going to use that exact same technology to access your cameras from the sheriff's office. What the key to this thing is, it's going to go directly to our 911 center. So only our 911 center, which will be our certified officers, will see what's going on at your place of business. So if there's someone robbing your location, breaking into your location, there's a suspicious person, activity, anything of that nature at all, we can see what's going on real time, assess it, and send the correct response. Not just one unit, not just two, but we need to send multiple, or our SWAT team will know how to address those needs. Let me give you some details on the slideshow. Next slide, please. Oh, I think I did it. Sorry, Sam. This program is a public-private partnership to help protect our community. It enlists the help of the community and business in the fight against crime. Like that third point, it is free of charge. The program is available only to businesses in the jurisdiction of the Harris County Sheriff's Office. So I know part of Summer Creek is now part of Precinct 4, I believe. If you're part of the actual constable precinct now, we just got clearance on earlier this week that we can actually take your business on the program as well. So even if you're part of Precinct 4, Precinct 5, Precinct 3, as long as it's not the city of Houston, we can actually still put you on our program. The reason that's going to be the case is we have what's called a PSAP. It's a public safety answering point. That call for 911 goes to the PSAP in your area. So if you call 911 from the city, it's going to go to the city center and not ours. So we couldn't tap into your cameras, we wouldn't know to do so. So if you're actually in the county and it goes through our PSAP, we'll be able to access your cameras, or get your call for service rather, and then access those cameras. But I'll give you some more details. Don't get worried just yet, okay? It provides real-time intelligence to responding law enforcement assessing the surveillance systems and cameras of participating businesses should they have a need for law enforcement services. So what that says to you, we're not going to monitor your business 24/7. That's not what we're offering at this time. It's going to be only in the event you have a need for law enforcement services. We're only going to look when we have a need to look. We'll disengage as soon as we need to disengage. So it's only going to be for the safety of the situation that's going on at that time. I know I talk fast, I apologize.
It's okay, keep it up, you're doing good.
Business video management system access information is kept safe and secure. What the Sheriff's Office did is create a secure line, one dedicated line. It's not on the contact server with any of our other information. It's a total secure line for this information. So it's not going to be hackable. Once I'm going to get into it, we've kept everyone's social security numbers, birth dates, and all that kind of thing safe for years. This is even more safe than that. It took another step and another measure to keep this safe, okay? Next point there says businesses choose the cameras they want us to see or have access to. So in the program, if you have 10 cameras and you only want to have the front door, maybe the back door, you choose how you want to participate. So if you have a private room or somewhere intimate in your home, in your business, shall I say, we won't have that access. We'll set it up the way you want it to be accessed. So just your business, and you choose the angles or the cameras you want to see, okay? The Harris County Sheriff's Office will only access your cameras if there is a law enforcement need. So again, I stress that this is not a 24/7 big brother situation. It's only in the event you call 911, you call 221-6000 on an emergency line. We'll look when we have a need to look only. That's the only time we're going to look. What's great about this as well is that we're not going to record. So if your system is recording, you have your own DVR system, you remain the custodian of your records at all times. So we're not going to get that camera or ask for that by the same means we would if we had an investigation, we'll submit a subpoena for those records and get it at that time. So you remain the custodian of your records at all times. We're only going to get live information. That's it. Okay. Sound good so far? All right. Real quick here, the system requirements. An internet accessible URL or IP surveillance system or camera. So if you have this type of system in place already, you're a prime candidate for the program. It's going to be a great thing to have for your customers and for your students. We have a couple of school districts that are getting ready to come on board as well. In the event they had an active shooter situation, things of that nature, our SWAT teams, our ERT teams, response teams would know how to get into the school, whether shooting is taking place, things of that nature. So ISDs are getting on board, McDonald's is on board, Sprint's on board. All types of businesses right now are getting on board with this program. The beautiful part I like about it as well, you're going to create us a username and password for the program. So what that means is that you'll know when we go in, if you know how to access your logs there, you'll know when we go in and when we go out. So there's no, we're going to keep our hands honest and open. You'll see when we go in and when we go out. Every time that we access these cameras, we're going to generate a report of why we went into the account. You can always ask for that report and it will always be submitted to you if you want that report, okay? System must be viewable with current and future versions of Microsoft Internet Explorer. We had to keep it friendly, user-friendly. There are some different types of software, things of that nature, but if it's not accessible through an Internet Explorer-based type of application, we can't view it. So if you're using a peer-to-peer, you know what that is, things like that, we can't access it right now, okay? So only an Internet Explorer-based type system, all right? Recommended system specifications. System with entry, exit door, and exterior camera views, parking lot views. A lot of times, criminals know they have a limited amount of time to do what they have to do and get out. What we want to do, we're actually right now being able to, once a call comes in, within 2 minutes, we're actually on, we have live eyes on what's going on. So our response time is normally 3 to 5 minutes. So before the officer even arrives, we can see what's going on. And maybe the car may be in the parking lot, the person may just be leaving, we get a plate, we get a recognition of anything we can get before that officer gets there is going to be great for our situation. So that's why this is going to be a very key thing to have. System capable of streaming multiple videos at a single time. So if you have several cameras going at one time, we can see all angles of your business. That's going to be great. System capable of streaming audio, even better. We get some recognition that way. And then a system capable of allowing HCS